and heard them. And when I had heard and seen, I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel which showed me these things. Then saith he unto me, See thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren the prophets, and of them which keep the sayings of this book. Worship God. And he saith unto me, Seal not, seal not, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand.
I wanted to look at the last chapter in Revelation, see some things, and I was reading down through it, and I saw verse Revelation 22:10 says, And he saith unto me, this is King James, he saith unto me, Seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. Revelation 22, that's the last chapter of the Bible. I mean, that's just the end of everything right here. So I wanted to see what that word seal meant, because it says seal not. So I got a Strong's, it's number 4972 in the Greek, and it says to stamp for security or preservation, security to keep secure from Satan, security to keep secure from Satan.
And he saith unto me, Seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book.
What we're being told there is, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book. This is telling us that these words aren't going to be kept secure anymore. A lot of Christians are saying, the Bible cannot change, God will never allow that. Well, it says right here that a time was forecasted a long time ago to come that these words aren't going to be sealed up and kept safe anymore. So, we're getting down to the time of the end here. If we are, people are just going to, there's not going to be any changing them. They're set in their ways. If they're going to believe something, they're going to believe it. If they're not, they're not. You can't do it. Nobody can say anything to change anybody at this late hour. People are going to do what they want to do, believe what they want to believe, and that's it.
He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
This is in red here, so this is Christ talking, Behold, I come quickly, which I think that word quickly there's different interpretations. It could mean soon, it could mean swiftly. Then it talks about being the Alpha and the Omega, beginning and the last, and the commandments, and then it talks about the kingdom, and then verse 18 is the warnings about changing the words. Testifying every man that heareth the words, the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, God shall add him the plagues. If any man shall take away, you get your, tree of life is taken away. And then after that, there's only 2 verses left. And then that's the end. Verse 20, once again, him saying, I come quickly or soon. And verse 21 is the end. So the last warning in the Bible is a warning about changing what was in here. And a lot of people think that meant, different translations and stuff. But now we're seeing that this has been changed in a way we never even imagined it could have been done. So there's some symbolism here if we want to look at this prophetically. You have verse 10 saying, this became unsealed. This isn't protected anymore. You have verses 18 and 19 being the final warnings in the Bible about changing these words that are now unsealed and not protected anymore. And then you have the end. What we're looking at here is, if you want to say this is the coming of the kingdom, the change in the twinkling of an eye to being transformed into these imperishable bodies or imperishable states of being. Last time I looked this up about 5 minutes ago, 2 Corinthians 3:6 still says the letter killeth. So this is the letter, and it's now disintegrating, really. I mean, if you're going to uphold this as the Word of God, the infallible, perfect Word of God that can never be changed, you're not even going to let yourself see that the letter killeth, and that this is disintegrating, and that we're preparing, because we're seeing these things happening before our eyes. This could really be, if you look at this prophetically, in a historic sense, up until where we're at right now, we may be like right around here somewhere, getting ready to turn the page to this. Because this has never been history being changed or whatever's happening. This is stuff we could have never imagined before. Really, I don't think, not the way it's happening now. So I think if you're looking at maybe some symbolism that verse 10 says, seal not the sayings, don't protect this book anymore. Then we got final warnings about not changing the words. And then we have Christ coming. You say this is the Word of God and it's infallible and can't be changed, but that's what's happening.
Is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last.
Well, let's have a look how they changed it, these initiated ones, to keep the truth away from the rest of the world. Which verses did they change? We know they changed them. Remember a few things. Remember that Hort said, we will change it very slightly. Here a word, there a word, and nobody will even notice. And finally, when we have it all together, when we have all the little changes in one big package, if you read it all together, our doctrine, and not theirs, will be there. Isn't that what he said? That's exactly what he said.
And he saith unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand.